Okay, so to start, I'd like to ask you, does this picture seem familiar to any of you? I mean, who doesn't hate dealing with paperwork, like checking your mails, your letters, your contracts, invoices, receipts? I imagine you do have better things to do on a Saturday afternoon. Well, the good news is we Germans, we tend to love accuracy and organization. That's why we have those beautiful ring binders where we store everything in there. And those ring binders are pretty cool, just they are not very intelligent. Because what happens with all the information in those documents? What happens if you have a cancellation deadline that is upcoming, or you have an invoice that is still due? Or do you keep a track of all your expenses? Do you know how much you spent on what? And are you sure to really have the cheapest electricity provider? Wouldn't it be amazing if there was somebody or something doing all of that automatically for you? Well, this is, in our mind, how the future should look like. You shouldn't be dealing with paper. You should do it in a matter of seconds on your iPad. And this is what Smarchive is, because Smarchive imports, sorts, and acts all your documents automatically. This means that the import is dead easy. All the documents find into the central place within a matter of seconds. So we have an iPhone app for digitizing paper documents. We have crawlers where all the native PDFs get downloaded automatically, email forwarding, and so on. Next, the documents get tagged automatically, so you don't have to spend a single second and a single thought on how you will tag and organize your documents. This is done automatically for you. And last, Smarchive even assists you in completing the tasks. So if you want to pay an invoice or to cancel a contract, you can just do it within a few finger swipes within the app. So now it's demo time, and we will show you the product.
So thanks. Yeah, well, now I will show you how easy it is to organize all your paper documents with our brand new iPhone app. So the thing is, I just have to hold the camera above the document, and I just, the picture is taken automatically. The image gets dewarped, the background around the document is removed, and now, with just one click, I can upload it to my Smarchive account. On our server, the document gets processed now. All the metadata is extracted, and now, let's see. So we have the beautiful invoice of Vodafone. We detected the company, the document date. We can also say the amount of the invoice. And what is really perfect is that we can say if the invoice is still to pay. And with just one click, we can now transfer the money to Vodafone.
Okay, so this is in our mind how paperwork should look like in the future. So you might ask, what is the business model? Well, the business model is we have such a beautiful product with such a high value for consumers that we will charge for a premium product. We will always have a free product that you can use for unlimited number of documents, just with limited features, and a premium product for €4.90 per month. So let's look at the market. Smarchive is targeting a global market because paperwork is a pain essentially known by pretty much anybody. We are putting a huge focus on social media marketing, with the product being our hero. So everything is built around the product. We want it to be amazing, to be beautiful, and for the users to be able to spread the word, to share their expenses, tell their friends which contract is best for them, and so on. We are doing local marketing campaigns in the different target markets, and we are putting a high focus on mobile apps because we think that mobile is just awesome to organize all your documents on the fly whenever you want, and not while sitting at home on your desk. In this huge market, we are very, very well positioned to become the #1 thanks to our USP, which is combining a rocket science technology, the most amazing semantics technology that extracts the data in real time, and combining this with the simplest and most amazing user interface so that Smarchive is really a thing to be used in seconds. And that together is paperwork magically done. So now let's look at the milestones. Smarchive was founded in July 2011. We went into closed beta in November, did a crowdfunding round in December, and today we have just launched our brand new iPhone app. So go to the App Store and download it. Let's have a look at the team. We are a founders team of 3 people, Holger, who is our product manager, front-end developer, Fabi, the real geek, and myself. Now we have grown to a passionate team of 17 people in the last couple of months. Whenever you will think about paperwork, dealing with paperwork in the future, just relax and free your mind, because from now on, you have Smarchive which is paperwork magically done. Thank you.
Thank you. Ed, let's start off with you.
Very impressive. So talk a little bit about, I love rocket science. Talk a little bit about the rocket science. I mean, is that intellectual property that you have that no one else has, and it truly is the best? Just a quick,
well, let me tell you this. When we started with the idea of the semantics concept, we went to see a few professors at KIT in Karlsruhe, one of the best computer science universities, and they told us doing this for computer science with those machine learning algorithms that learn and that get trained over the different users, they told us, well, it's not impossible, it's very, very hard, you're not going to make it. And we did make it, and of course we're not done yet, it's a process, but we do have a technology that is unique and that is not just able to be replicated just like that. Yeah.
John.
Who are your first 20 customers going to be?
The first paying?
20 customers. Who are they going to be?
Well, the first 20, that was like in the first couple of hours after we launched the close beta. But the first 10,000 are early innovators who love technology and who hate paper and who want their clutter organized automatically because they just don't want to think about all their contracts and receipt management and so on. They want one solution where everything is beautifully organized and simple, and that's Smarchive.
So you have 10,000 users that are doing that?
We are in a closed beta. We've only allowed a bit more than 1,000 so far to test the app. And we used their feedback to work on the upcoming, on the other clients and on the major updates coming soon.
And what sort of engagement do you have people after they've taken the first picture come back and do one a week, one a day, one a month?
It's a couple of times a week, basically. Because
how many?
It's about 3 times a week.
Sorry, how many of your 1,000 actually come back and engage in the product afterwards?
Well, most of at the moment with early innovators who already have really a pain because otherwise they wouldn't sign on to a beta phase. So, and at the moment it's pretty much everybody who comes back. But it's not saying that this will always be the case, but we are working hard that the people really love the app and will always come back.
Well, I hate bills, I hate paper. I'm very excited about this. You talked about a sort of freemium model. I mean, it strikes me that potentially a revenue stream here is recommendations around switching. But that brings with it a challenge, because if you're genuinely providing kind of objective information, how might advertising fit with that? Is that part of your thoughts?
Okay. Actually, what you said, the commission model is a pretty good revenue stream. We will never do advertisement, especially we are a German company, and Germans tend to be very careful in terms of data privacy and security. So we're never going to sell the data, we're never going to make advertisements. What we do is if the consumer wants, we can take the data that we extracted out of the last 6 invoices, for example, give them to a comparison site and tell the user, okay, you know what, if you were to switch to this electricity provider, you would save 80 euros a year, and at the same time we get a commission fee for that. So we have freemium and a commission fee, but no advertisements, strictly not.
One of the challenges, presumably, my energy company, my mobile phone company, they're trying to give me discounts to switch away from paper bills to email and online billing. My bank is the same. How big a challenge is that shift for the company?
Well, actually, for us, it's beautiful what is happening, that people switch to electronic versions because it's even easier. They don't have to take out their phone, their smartphone, and take a snapshot. But still, if you do have documents as a PDF, you have tons of different customer portals with single different sign-ons. And I'm not sure whether you do check every week all those portals and download the documents and save them to your Dropbox. And Smarchive basically goes to those customer sites, gets the data automatically into your Smarchive account, and sends you a push notification on your iPhone saying 2 new letters and 1 new PDF document. If you want to have a look, you can, and if you don't, the invoice is only due in 12 days, so just sit back and relax.
So 2 quick things. So I'm a big user of Evernote, and I mean, I that's the only way that I take notes, and I would see that this would be a great, trunk to Evernote, but I also think that you have an opportunity, the semantic engine that you've built, to use that, even for analyzing grocery store receipts. In the U.S., we can't prove that someone actually purchases something, because retailers don't share data, but consumers, if they could take a picture and it truly does, analyze it to the degree of accuracy, I think that's a second business model, for you selling the SDK, to other companies.
Well, we indeed have a couple of Fortune 500 companies that came up to us and were asking for licensing the semantics technology. We are never going to give it as an SDK. We are thinking about opening up an API later on and offering it to businesses. But so far, our main focus is on building the very best consumer app out there. And once the technology is done and we don't have to spend our own resources, we might just open an API. But so far, our focus is strictly consumers.
And I noticed during the demo that you were using a BlackBerry, is that right?
iPhone.
iPhone. Oh, it was an iPhone. I was standing over there. Sorry. What are these BlackBerry things? No, I'm just kidding. Is it just iPhone, or are you on other clients as well?
We will have all the major clients later on. So far, we are focused on the iPhone, launched today, and we will develop the other ones in the next couple of months.
You talked about pulling data from different portals. Isn't that a challenge, say, with banks? I mean, the amount of security I've got to go through to use my online banking, I'm not sure I can give permission, sadly, for someone else to do that for me.
Yeah.
How do you get around that, or is that a problem you've got to address?
Okay. Well, bank statements is certainly the most critical part. Some users will not give their bank credentials to other sites, but the past has shown that if you do everything in terms of encryption, data privacy, and so on, then people do trust companies when they have certificates, when they have major players trusting and playing together with the company. So we think that there is a high probability that people will trust us, their most important credentials, and maybe for the bank account, it's still a couple of months or years to go until they also give them to us, but yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Smarchive.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.